Hey y'all, and welcome back to another video by UmbrasDarkness. In today's video, you guys, first off and foremost, sorry about no face cam. I've been streaming 4.5 hours this morning. We did Elden Ring stream. I didn't have many, 5 to 10 viewers at most at any given time, but I'm gonna be honest. It was super fun, and I hope you guys join me for the next ride. I do plan on doing more Elden Ring streams. I thought it was really fun, and I think it's a good way to grow the channel. And it's putting me way outside my element. If you end up watching parts of the stream or whatever, you'll see that I have exactly zero idea how to dodge, dip, duck, dive at all. So, on today's agenda, you guys, first, we're going to be talking about insects. Anything I can think of about insects that's relevant, we're going to talk about it. And then we're going to be drawing the 3,500 subscriber giveaway. So let's get into it. First off, insects. Let's break them down. We got war and development insects, obviously. And then we have the pay-to-win insects. So we're going to talk about them in those three categories. Let's talk about development insects. Development insects correlate strongly to special ant development, special ants. In that case, as most of you know, you don't really invest into development special ants until after you have a strong war base. It's the same with this one. There is one exception, and that's the locust. For the locust, you guys, it's going to enable raiders to stay raiders and still get 9th chest. It's going to enable you to fight for MVP. The 11 star on locust is better than the queen buff. So, in my opinion, hot take, locust, most important insect that you can have. I would prioritize fodder to the locust over fodder of anything else. I mean, if you're a light spender, free to play, you're not going to have many orange insects anyways. I would focus my fodder on getting an 11 star locust. It's going to impact your ability to get MVP on gathering day. It's going to impact your ability to do really well on kill event day where you go gather in the other servers. Even as a pay-to-win player, this is my most important insect. This is the insect that I value the most, and I regret not getting an 11 star sooner. So try and learn from my mistakes and invest a little bit more into your locust sooner. After that, you guys, the developers have already stated that they're not going to buff Ladybug, Alephus Beetle, or Hermit Crab. That being said, the most optimal use of them is this function right here. Go ahead, click on this book, and then just, butcher. Just go ahead and mass butcher all blue and purple insects. Unless you are a free-to-play player, then you should be building purple insects as your war insects. But all other blue insects, just go ahead and butcher. While my channel optimizes and is trying to be as optimal as possible, I am not the most optimal player because my brain has goals. As we talked about in a couple of videos, my brain really wants to have 11 star of these insects. Just these three, not the orange one. Why? I don't know. Is it stupid? Yes. Is it a waste of fodder? Yes. Am I going to do it? Yes. It's my account and it's what makes me happy. But the optimal thing to do with any insect after you have an 11 star locust for blues is to butcher it. For purples, if you are not a free-to-play light spender and you can afford to get orange insects, so if you're spending for orange insects, butcher all purple insects. If you are not a free-to-play player, or if you are a free-to-play player and you're not buying orange insects, totally fine. You're playing the game the right way because you're enjoying it the way that you want to, right? The highest payer in the game is playing it the right way because they're enjoying the game they want to. But that means that realistically, you should be building purple insects. All right, let's talk about the war insects. First and foremost, blue insects, both garbage, but snail is worse than orb weaver. Snail is focused on being able to beat wild creatures. Awful. You're not going to unlock that at level 9 before you can do it yourself anyways. Awful. Don't do that. Orb Weaver, universal, would in theory be a good universal insect for free-to-play players if it were purple and so the combat speed were right. but combat speed on purple insects is 65, I believe. But you see the same stat degradation on these other things from Atlas Beetle to Scorpion, right? So that stat degradation doesn't matter. But this combat speed is so significant that you can't afford to do that. So both trash, not good. Using a feed locust. After that, go ahead and decompose them. Purple insects. Purple insects are all the same, all the exact same. They all have 25, 25, 65 combat speed, 30, 20, right? So a little bit of change here, which is going to be the same on orange insects, where the attack's going to be slightly higher for the mantis and slightly lower defense, right? And then the guards are going to be different, the exact opposite of the shooters, 20, 30, right? Other than that, exact same. And the stats with genetics. So the insects came out, for those that don't know, insects came out, and then genetics came out 6 to 8 months after the game had already started and insects had been out. And insects came out probably 2 months after the game came out. So the stat degradation because of genetics is significant. So this 25, 25, 30, 20, 20, 30 is not significant. What you're looking for is combat speed, and you're looking to get to level 9. I still believe level 9 is the most impactful as it affects your special ants, and you only have fungus that impacts special ants and evolutions that impact special ants. That being said, the overwhelming increase of stats on soldier ants has made special ants a little less impactful, but still overall very important, right? For stat bonuses. Obviously, special ants with their abilities are overly increasive, so please don't try to twist my words like that. So, purple insects, you guys, just build whichever insect you're going for if you're a free-to-play player, right? So you should build your Rove Beetle or your Orchard Mantis or your Longhorn. Again, get them to level 6, focus on locusts. Get them to level whatever, focus on locusts. I would really recommend building your locusts. Same with orange insects. Alright, orange insects, you guys, they're going to be the exact same as the purple counterparts, 50-50, 40-60, 60-40, depending on which one you're looking at. But different from my last video, all combat speeds are the same, so they're all at 120. They all have 30% HP. They all have attack to march speed plus 60%. So they... I used to say that they nerfed the Scorpion. They didn't nerf the Scorpion. They improved all other orange insects to match the Scorpion, which took away one of the advantages of being a carrier main, which was combat speed. And they brought that up into different special ants, right? Special ants now have it, but I digress. Anyways, so with this, you guys, I would build one Scorpion, one Giant Mantis, one Jumping Spider, whatever whatever main you are, right? So my Naya Cupcake account is a shooter main, one Giant Mantis. My carrier account is a Scorpion, or is a carrier main, one Scorpion. And then I would build Atlas Beetles. The reason that I would do that is that you need one for Groundhog, because while the stat dilution is real and significant, when you're fighting for, the top echelon, that top place to try and get Groundhog fragments, you want the capability to have every stat to work in your favor to possibly maybe get that next spot, right? I'm not fighting for first as a carrier main, but I'm fighting to stay in top, 20, whatever it may be. So you wanna make sure that you have one of these, and then as the pay-to-play insect comes out, obviously it's going to be better than them. So that changes from one Scorpion to one of, in the case of carriers, is going to be Emperor Scorpion. But since we're just talking about these, you want one of those, and then you want the rest Atlas Beetles. The reason that you want that is the stat degradation, again, is non-significant compared to the dilution that's happened due to genetics. And where it is important, the only place that is important as of the recording of this video is in 3v3, where it's special ant and insects only that matter. In there, to be the best that you want to be, it's going to be a lot of mixed formations. If we hop over there real quick, you'll see Guardian, Shooter, Shooter, and he's number 1 right here. You'll see Guardian, 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 Shooter, 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 so that's a little bit odd. But they're even running Crab, indicating that they typically have mixed. And then here's Ruth's typically pretty pure. Oh, Guardian, Shooter, Shooter. Right? Just because blended troops are important, and in this game mode, the special ants matter more, so you want to be able to min-max in that regard. So, again, I would say 1 insect of whatever it is, and then the rest being Atlas beetles. If we look at my insects, I'm a little bit different than that, and I apologize. I'd always thought that I was going to buy an Emperor Scorpion, or at the time I didn't know what it was called, but I'd always thought I'd buy an Emperor Scorpion that would replace this, and I thought this was going to be a crab. So I'll be swapping this to a Atlas beetle, so that way I have 2 Atlas beetles, and one day, maybe, if I decide that this game is worth it again, I'll buy an Emperor Scorpion to replace this. But again, that would be my recommendation, is 1 and then 3 Atlas beetles. So that way you're able to do mixed marches. You're not limited in the future, etc., etc. You only need 1 groundhog insect is what it comes down to. And the stat differences is negligible again. And then the major difference in between these 3 and Atlas beetle is that these 3 have invasion attack, invasion defense, and carrier ant damage plus 40, plus 40, plus 20, right? These ones don't do invasion, so they're good on defense. They're good in scorpions. They're good in alliance, expedition, defending the Konjiaks, right? So it's more versatile in that regard because it's not just invasion, which is invading another anthill. They're good in all sorts of different regards. And what counterattack is, according to the fairies, according to the developers, counterattack is if you get hit, that row, that squad that has counterattack hits back and does soldier damage, not special ant, soldier ant damage, whatever percentage it is. So if you're at 600% attack, right, as a shooter main, you'll do 20% of that 600%, right? Which is, right, so you're going to do that 120% attack back, which, I mean, their defense, their HP is going to all imply and all that other stuff. But overall, more impactful in my opinion. So that's why you should build the rest into Atlas beetles if you're a light to medium spender and building multiple orange insects. With that, you guys, let's go ahead and talk about the pay-to-win insects. So before we get into that, actually, as it was pointed out, every pay-to-win insect is obviously going to be better than these technically available to be replaced by free-to-play insects. The pay-to-play special ants have started to show up in fragments. Real quick, have started to show up in fragments in events in packs of 20. That means over the event or over the course of 10 events, a free-to-play player will be able to pick up 1 pack per event. 10 events, which will be 5 to 6 months of events, they'll get 1 special ant. So technically, those ants are now available to free-to-play players. I would be interested if they do not do the exact same thing here, where there's a fragment type system in order to get even a level 1 of the pay-to-play insects, because they have stated that the goal is to get all pay-to-play things to be possible, well, the insects and the special ants to be possible to free-to-play players. They implemented it from special ants in that even special ants that were non-fragments are now available in events as fragments. I would suspect that insects will follow that route somehow after they figure out how to do it. And I do believe it's a positive step for this culture. Alright, so first and foremost, obviously we're going to talk about them in order. Potatomine, also commonly referred to as potato or crab, is obviously better in Atlas beetle in that it's plus 60%, vice the plus 50s. Over here, same combat speed. Soldier ant health is plus 30, vice plus 25%. And then split 50-50, just like it is with carriers, which makes sense because it's for all troops. However, up here is only garrison, and a garrison is only inside of a hill. You're not garrisoned when you're inside of a squirter or anything like that. They have stated that it's supposed to work there, but it doesn't. So until that's fixed, but obviously potato's going to be better. Crab's going to be better than Atlas Beetle in general, and if you are looking to be able to replace like your scorpion, right, with an universal insect, and you have the money, this will do better or will do the same on Groundhog because invasion isn't a part of Groundhog, right? So this will technically do the same because it gives the plus 20% boost. Alright, so this one, plus 70% march speed. So because it's Guardian specific, right, we're talking about the Stag Beetle here, which replaces the White Spider. It's plus 70%. I like this. I would have liked to see this defense and attack to be slightly higher too. But, you know, it is what it is. Combat speed 120 makes sense. Guardian Ants receive the effect of being healed plus 20%. This is what makes it a pooper, is that this is only effective if the Special Ant has healing capabilities, which is currently only in White Velvet, and White Velvet is not good. Guardian Ant health plus 35%, which, if we compare it, is 5% more, which makes sense again, right? Because you should be, because you're paying for it. And then if we look at the Special Ant attack plus 50% plus 70%, vice the plus 40 plus 60, right? So those go up 10%, and then its invasion, attack, and defense and Guardian Ant damage are the exact same. So, not worth the money in my opinion. 10% march speed doesn't matter typically. Very rarely will that percent matter. The healing being limited to White Velvet, so White Velvet has to be in the team, and it has to be good. Like, White Velvet's not good. And then again, these stats are negligible at best. So overall, I think that Stag Beetle was a huge bust and not worth the money. I would substantially rather have Crab if I'm an all Guardian main, or have the White Spider, because it doesn't cost as much, right? This is only available through explicitly purchase. The other one, the White Spider, is available through Thing. So I think this one was not as good. That being said, the newest and latest edition, Emperor Scorpion, out of the world. Plus 60, plus 60, plus 70, great, makes sense. Same as other one, plus 120% makes sense. 50, 70, kind of interesting, right? Because instead of both of them being raised to plus 60%, which is what I would have expected from Scorpion being even, this one's 50, 70. So it kind of makes me think that they didn't realize Scorpion and Mantis and the Spider were all different, and so they didn't adjust it when they adjust combat speed, because these ones are the exact same as the pay-to-win Guardian Ant. However, Carrier Ants control resistant plus 25%. This does not need, according to the Discord, the official Discord, this does not need Ghost Ant in order to be active. So every Special Ant has the ability to resist a CC capability. From Giant Tooth, Slim Arch, Reap Master, Golden Velvet, or Golden Venom. That's insane. This insect, insane. Right? And if we think about it, right, Ghost Ant's ability is already at 80%, and then once 2-star to 100%. So that's another reason why we know, on top of, right, because not everyone trusts the official Discord, why we can comfortably claim that this is at all times. Now, Carrier Ants controlled resistance. This is Carrier Ants, not Carrier Ants Special Ants, right? So while it will prevent like your carry ants from not being able to hit that round, it won't stop your special ants from not being CC'd. It's still insane, still an improvement. Overall, huge success in my opinion. I think that this was a well done job, and it's available at 6-star, or it's available right away when it's gotten, right? So you can only get it at 7-star. So I think this one was well done, and I wish Stag Beetle was done that well. So yeah. Alright, you guys, that's my thoughts on insects. That's how I feel about insects, and those are all the things and nuances maybe you didn't know about insects. What's your guys' thoughts? You think I love locusts a little bit too much? You guys think that Stag Beetle was better? Let me know down in the comments. With that, you guys, we're going to draw the 3,500 subscriber winner. Alright, you guys, you know how we do it when we do it. When we do it over here, we're going to go ahead and right-click, copy this URL right here. We're going to right-click, paste into our trusty random comment. We're going to filter duplicate users, only one chance to enter. Include replied comments, don't care where you say it. Filter comments based off specific text. We're going to go ahead and scroll down to keyword evolution. Right-click, copy. Right-click, paste. Get YouTube comments, 46. Thank you guys for all the love and support. That's huge. Go ahead and click start. Kevin Mora, Evolution. Thank you, Umbras. Always with great tips. Keep it up. Thank you, Kevin. I do not plan on stopping anytime soon unless something drastically changes in my personal life. I will do my best to keep the knowledge up for you guys. All I ask is, in return, you guys keep up the love and support like you have been. On the note of love and support, you guys, I want to give a shout out to Diddleick. I have no idea how I got so lucky to have people like this in my life. And there are more people than Diddleick, but this one is something that I've brought up to my wife. I've brought up to other people. He has the energy that I want in my life and the people that I want in my life. The positive energy and the positive things, the positive support. I was like, if I make it. He was like, when you make it. This journey that I'm on, these are the people that I want with me. This journey that anyone is on in their life, I hope you have people like him in your back pocket, in your corner, in your side, fighting for you, right? To add on to the sayings that I love to say, it is better to have people, or the people that you want around you should be watering your roots, not chopping you down at your base. In that, you guys, I mean that if you were a tree, you want someone to love you and give you water. You don't want them to take an axe and cut you down and constantly belittle you, attack you, be aggressive, etc., etc. Find people like Diddleick. Keep them in your corner. They're really good people. Huge shout out to the Patreon, you guys. Without them, I'd be lost. They're excellent people. They ask questions. One of them asked about insects today, reminding me to do this video. They're phenomenal people. I'm so happy for each and every one that I have inside of my Patreon. If the Patreon isn't for you guys, that's fine. Please consider subscribing to this channel, sharing this video, liking it. It does wonders for me. It impacts me significantly, and it costs you guys nothing. So that'd be excellent if you'd be willing. As most of you guys probably noticed, we've reached 3,600 subscribers. I did notice it. I notice every subscriber I get, I promise. It's very significant to me and very important to me. That being said, I thought by this point, the channel would be self-sufficient, and giving away subscriber every 100 would be paying for itself. At least like the channel would be a $0 breakthrough. It's still operating at a deficit, so we need to expand the giveaways. We're going to try every 500 subscribers. Based off of what I make right now, that should be doable. So every 500 subscribers, we'll be doing the $20 Google Play giveaway just like normal. If that upsets you, hurts you, you're not the people that I wanted in my life anyways. So yeah. With that, you guys, you can find me in the YouTube comments. I'm here all the time. I try to be active. I try to be respond to the respectful comments. You can catch me in Discord. I'm active in there. I try to talk as much as I can. Or worst case scenario, as I always say, you can catch me in server 193. Until next time, you guys, stay humble, stay happy, stay hungry. Bye, y'all.